way Deji is pursuing it, you know that there's some political undertone. Otherwise, if you made an allegation against somebody and say he's going to court, why rush to the media and start a media trial?
Well,
and you are a lawyer.
He claims that some of Peter Obi's supporters are all out against him, abusing him.
See,
even allegedly said that, one of the supporters, Sarah Ibrahim, had called his wife a whore, and all sort of things happening. And Peter Obi did not caution his supporters, particularly this person, allegedly.
I don't know whether he's in Peter Obi's camp to know how Peter Obi reacts to things. Because he's not qualified to say that Peter Obi did not do something, because he wouldn't know and he's not there. But the truth of the matter is that the way they is taking it, if you have made an allegation against somebody and you are a lawyer, go to court. Like I said, when this meeting took place, Deji was not a lawyer.
Yes.
And now he is a lawyer. I expected something more mature in handling this case.
Yeah, but I love the way you actually put it too, that these gentlemen are your friends, two of them, and that you would love to see how this can actually be settled. Is there any way that there could be maybe an out-of-court settlement if it does get to court, or you wouldn't even allow it to get to court in the first instance? Is there any way you could bring these two gentlemen together?
Well,
you think it's too late?
I am not a lawyer, and when lawyers are involved in a case, it's only them that will determine the extent. Me, as a journalist and a friend of the two, I don't mind. Because to me, Obi is focused on the ball.
Yeah, but he feels injured.
Yes,
he said his reputation has been injured. Deji too is also saying that he feels injured by obedience who are also abusing the hell out of him and all of that.
The thing is, anybody who has been following Obi's trend, Obi don't react to criticism, except when he goes to personalized things like this.
All right.
You understand? He doesn't like it. Even this one, I can tell you, pressure is on him. Why are you going to court?
Yes,
you understand? you understand? But the point is, it has to do with his reputation. So at a point, you have to look at both ways. But it doesn't mean it cannot be out of court. You understand? It's something that can be settled out of court. But it depends on the disposition of. If the media trial continues, nobody will just sit down and wait. But the most important thing is that it's a distraction to the main project.
All right, Aboyin, before we actually end this conversation, I want to speak from a higher level. Some people are saying that Peter Obi, by threatening to go to court, that means that he can't swallow what his own supporters are giving to others. That people like President Bola Tinubu, a whole lot of obedience have abused him, but he chose not to go to court. That can't Peter Obi act from a much more higher level and, look at this, maybe like a distraction and ignore it? Because Tinubu has been abused severally, Atiku too has been abused severally, and other leaders, yet they don't go to court. That this is the price you have to pay for putting yourself out there.
That is to an angle, but anybody who has been following P2B since he became a national figure at presidential level will know that nobody has been so abused in the media space like him. Somebody like Reno Mokori was hired just to attack him. Has he talked to me? Has he gotten to God? There are so many of that.
Always read.
You understand?
There are so
many other characters. You understand? And even if, like they said, he offered him money and he refused and all that. Anybody who knows P2B is a Catholic, an ardent Catholic, and he went to adoration ground of Mbaka. And Mbaka wanted him to pronounce amount with the crowd there who will clap for him and they will pray to him. Say, look, I don't mention money. Yeah. Show me the project, I'll do for you. And I will do it. And this created some dispute between him and Father Mbaka.
All right,
that is Peter Obi when it comes to money issue. This matter, there are so many criticisms Obi has received because this touched on his person. The presidential spokesperson, Bayo Nanuga, woke up the other day and said Peter was organizing during the protest.
All right.
And he threatened to go to court. That is spokesman of the president. So it's not about if you attack Peter on issues, on politics, on his politics and all that, you don't mind. But when you now come to his image, direct image, but that doesn't mean the matter should be allowed to be
all right. I'm afraid we don't have enough time, but you said it very.
And that's even enough. So again, right, I leave you, dear Templars, to make do with that whatever you think or whatever you want. As others, right? El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger, was with Sheun tonight. And I've kind of like grabbed a few of the snippets of what they discussed, right? So he was there to, again, raise awareness on the increasing violence, APC, Ebekebe-sponsored violence against opposition in Kaduna. He was there also to answer questions on, Sheun now. Sheun was asking him if he hated the Southern Kaduna people, yes or no, sort of that. And he didn't leave without telling everybody that his own calculation, what they calculated for 2027, that even if the 2027 election enters a runoff, that Tinubu will come third, and it won't even be on the ballot. Remember that he said that Tinubu's popularity or Tinubu's rating was very low, somewhere around 7%. If an election is conducted in Nigeria, then that Tinubu all over Nigeria, that Tinubu will not score 7%. It was that bad. And he kind of was giving the breakdown and all that. It was the same guy who said that Obi can't win. There's no pathway for him. And it was partly right, because there were those who worked to make sure that didn't happen, right? However, he went on to say, yes, he scored a lot of number of votes, but he didn't win. He's not declared winner. In Nigeria, elections don't go to runoff. The first election in Nigeria that should have entered a runoff in a long time would be your 2023 charade, where all the three major participants or the three major presidential candidates actually scored, like they won over 12 states each out of the 36 states, right? And only one actually really scored the expected, constitutional required number, as well as the places, including Abuja, that he won. And that person is Peter Obi. Yeah. So that election should have automatically gone to a runoff. But Momodu Yakubu decided to turn it the other way. So El Rufaya is back. This time he's not projecting who is going to be or not, but who is going to be, but he's telling you who is not going to be, and that would be Tinubu. But let's go in where they have that chart this evening. The first part. Listen to this part, like random gist. I'll share you guys. So, but this one.
Say whatever you want to say, but this coalition was started by a few people, and even a fool knows I'm one of the leaders of the coalition. Whether I'm a member of the party or not is beyond the pay grade of a thug in Kaduna parading himself as an ADC leader. Who are ADC leaders in Kaduna? After that statement, which was procured, the payment of 200,000 to the state publicity secretary, his own state working committee have disowned him, and they said they are going to subject him to disciplinary process. I am not just a member of the ADC. I am one of the leaders of the coalition. I'm one of those that worked to bring this thing together. You think some lowly member of the party in Kaduna, or claiming to be a member because he's not, is the one that will determine whether I'm a member or not? If you want to know whether I'm a member of the ADC or not, please call the national chairman of the party, Senator David.
Because the membership of the party, everyone is supposed to be rooted in their ward, to the local government, to the state. Everybody has to have a root. Even when you were a governor, you go down to your ward to vote, don't you?
You don't know the constitution of the ADC, do you?
Oh, so what does it tell us?
Membership of the party can be anywhere. I live in Abuja now. I can register in Abuja.
Have you registered?
That's not for me to tell the world.
Because
I don't need, listen, sure, I'm not here to prove my membership of the ADC. I don't need to prove it to anybody. It's not even a matter that I think requires the wasting of our time. Let's go to more substantive issues. There are more serious problems in this country than my membership of the ADC or not.
I'd just like to know, for the avoidance of doubt, because you were once a member of the SDP. We saw you meeting with the SDP chairman at some point.
I'm a member of the SDP, and in case you have forgotten, even when the ADC was adopted as the political party for the coalition for 2027 elections, the leadership gave Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Nasir El-Rufai of the SDP forbearance to remain in our parties until the conclusion of some critical elections. So the question of my membership of the party is above the pay grade of any party member. Okay, it's above their pay grade. This is part and parcel of the original covenant of the coalition. Pay grade. This is part and parcel of the original covenant of the coalition. Peter Obi has elections in Anambra in November. He's going to campaign for Labour Party. We have elections in Niger State in November. I'm going to campaign for SDP. So whether I am in the SDP or ADC is not the material issue. I am one of the leaders of the coalition, and how we are putting our coalition together is for us to determine. It's not for anyone to question or interrogate.
Let me take you quickly to Kaduna. At what point did you fall out with the governor? What happened?
I've not fallen out with the governor.
Are you still friends with him?
No, he's not my friend.
Why? That's the man you...
He has never been my friend.
But
He was my boss. Say whatever you want to say, but this coalition was started...
Talking about the coalition, you know, Sheun, like I said, his questions are sometimes so random and sometimes so pedestrian, right? But at the same time, he does ask questions to, put his guests in some uncomfortable positions. It's not always that comfy. And it's just that some of them have mastered the trade enough, especially the APC. They dodge the question. They deflect. All right? And it worked for them many, many times. And I think it's still working for them. I don't know for how long. Right? So there is more. There is that part of Southern Kaduna. And El-Rufai, it is being reported that since El-Rufai left, the terrorist attacks on the people of Southern Kaduna has somehow subsided, like it is reduced. And because of that, they are giving his successor, Ubanka, or Ubanza, Sonny, the credit for that, for bringing peace and progress, something that has eluded the people of Southern Kaduna for a long time. Well, El-Rufai had this to say, because according to him, it is not always like what it seems or it looks like. Yes, I've been painted as a monster, fine. But did you know that this guy, Banza Sonny, actually made a deal with the terrorists that the state government paid them over R1 billion in order to at least reduce attacks or what have you. And recently, right, the state has witnessed, many attacks too, that they have done their best to use the media to suppress the news, right? I want you to listen to that part, and there is even more. Trust me.
They know what is happening.
But is that the reason why perhaps you think that there's a slowdown in the attack on schools and kidnaps that we've seen in Kaduna? the quiet we seen in the Benegwari
there is no slowdown. Look here. I was governor for 8 years. I was governor of Kaduna State for 8 years. Only 3 schools were attacked in 8 years. Okay? This government has been around for 2 years. 3 schools have been attacked. And they paid the bandits. They paid them ₦1 billion the first time the school was attacked and students abducted. They are paying bandits. They are apologizing to them. They are
finding this information about ₦1 billion being paid.
Look, let the governor or anyone come and deny. We have the evidence. When the time comes, we'll reveal everything. They are paying bandits. They are empowering bandits. This is what this government is doing.
And you think that will not work?
It will not work. It has never worked anywhere in the world.
Let me ask you today, because perception is a part of life. I mean, how you are perceived and how you are seen may not exactly be your reality, but the way people perceive you, there might be explanation.
Intimidate them into joining. Governors that know what they are doing, taking from the till, will have no choice but to join the APC because, when you are in the APC, you are immunized from being investigated for corruption. They will do all that. But at the end of the day, the Nigerian voter will decide based on President Tinubu's performance and the performance of governors. It is not a governor moving to a party that will make that party win elections. I was governor of Kaduna State. I was one of Bola Tinubu's biggest campaigners, but I couldn't deliver the state to him. Bola Tinubu himself couldn't win his state with his own governor in place. So these things are not as theoretical as people want them to be. And if you want to engage in self-delusion, you are free to do so. So I will not tell you how we are going to win, but I tell you very clearly, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, the worst case scenario in the 2027 elections is that no winner will emerge in the first round.
You're coming to that one, right? Sorry. That was him speaking with that much confidence. Like he's got, he's got the blueprint of how their 2027 election would go. So talking about his, hang on, let me see if I can put that up. But before that, right, I want us to listen to the parts of his embezzlement allegation. Remember, El Rufaya has been indicted by his successor, Banza Sani. Now, Banza Sani released a white paper that said this El Rufaya looted over 400 billion naira from Kaduna. And they were very specific, including some loans that were taken. And according to them, that were completely siphoned. Yeah, zero fire. We're going to come back to that will be in 2027, as he said. Watch this.
Muslim ticket now. Tell me in what way Christians are now shortchanged. Nothing. No leader that wants to succeed will limit his choice of appointees to a particular religion or ethnicity. Okay? If you want to succeed, you have to diversify. Now we have cured the fear and the love for Muslim ticket. It has been done, buried, gone. I did Muslim ticket in Kaduna. I want to know which Christian in Kaduna was shortchanged because of the Muslim ticket. Nothing.
My final question on the issue of Kaduna, so we can move to national issues. At least you say it, and you pose yourself as an upright figure, at least in governance, either when you were in DPP, you were a minister, especially when you were a governor. But in your exit, there's been a lot of criticism. In fact, there are a lot of probes to your 8-year stay in office. And there are accusations about uncompleted projects and the manner in which the affairs of the state was managed. Did you make some some errors, or there are those who acted on your behalf, which you think were not properly done. Do you have regrets as to the things that were done under your watch as governor of Kaduna State?
Okay, let me start with that. First of all, I have no regrets whatsoever about my tenure in Kaduna. And I'm very proud of my team and what they did.